Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to be a star. Yeah, pull up with a baddie in a fancy car. How to party like a rock star and play guitar like a superstar. Yeah, and I'm so tired of them playing with me. Yeah, pushing my buttons, this ain't no game to me. Yeah, ain't got time to be explaining me. Yeah, I'ma just take over the game, baby. Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to raise a bar, how to go large, how to take it too far. Let me show you how to show up and show out and surf the crowd. Trust me, you ain't never seen nothing like this. You ain't never been to a show like this. I'ma give you something to remember forever. Yeah, and I'm so tired of them playing with me. Yeah, pushing my buttons, this ain't no game to me. Yeah, ain't got time to be explaining me. Yeah, I'ma just take over the game, baby. Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine.
Well, we have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Giants. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Slot man moves right. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Herbert on the first play wants to pass it. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs. On their side of midfield at the 47. To the air on first down with Pickett. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Pick it now on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And the slot man goes in motion left. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Giants nothing. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. This defense for the Steelers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Herbert. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The Giants at 6-2 to start play. They come in playing really well on both sides of the ball. They've won 6 of their last 8 CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience. all on display in that victory.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Score, Steelers 14, Giants nothing. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll go as a 42-yard punt. They'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Harris starts the drive on the ground. Pushes him over. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Here we go, set.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Completes this one to Pickens. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Pittsburgh.
First and 10, here's Pickett.
Looking sideline, incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Off play action, Pickett.
Going up top. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 21-0.
Steelers 21, Giants nothing. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Herbert off of play action. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. 21-0 our score after one. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Back to throw, Pickett. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
And here's Freiermuth again. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Pickett to throw on first down. That's swung out wide to Harris. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the 17, Pickett.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Pat Freiermuth.
His second touchdown on the season.
And the Steelers are able to add on to their first half lead. Well, you talk about a team coming into an opposing stadium and just taking the life right out of a crowd. That's what we're witnessing here. 27-0, Charles.
And this defense, they've just looked completely unprepared for what's been thrown at them. And you know they're supposed to adjust series to series. That has not happened for them. So I don't think halftime adjustments are going to help a heck of a lot. They are in major trouble unless they figure out something really fast.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it is 28-0.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Herbert on first down now. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play there for the Giants. 58 yards. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And to be honest, this first half hasn't been anything they'd be really proud about. So they needed something like this to change their fortunes. Now they need to make sure they finish this one off, not just with points, but with a touchdown.
Barkley will score. Touchdown, New York.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can he maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
An extra point by Bass. Up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Pickett. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey.
Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack.
Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on third. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Over the middle, complete. It's Bishop. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This will be fielded at the 17. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on the calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Play action. It's Herbert. He's going to wind up and air it out. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Giants are able to cut into that deficit. Tyler Bass now for the point after. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Second and 12. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long.
Pickett will look to throw it here. Able to find his man. It's Pickens.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Pickett, he's going to throw it again.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. Well, let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Final play of the first half. Here's Pickett.
He's going to take another shot here. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll run again with Harris. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Now Herbert off the bootleg. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
From the 17, Herbert firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Barkley, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Herbert. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there.
His second touchdown of the night. And the Giants are back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get this score. Perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And some room to maneuver. And he will finally be taken down at the Giants' 23-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. Give him 42 yards on the ground.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a first down carry for Harris. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
On second down, this is Harris. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Pickett now from the gun here. He gets it complete to Harris. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Harris running straight ahead. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. On the give, this is Harris. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to make it a 2-score game. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now it's Herbert. And he'll go right back to Lamb. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And this is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense, because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Herbert going to keep it on his sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Justin Herbert scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Giants have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit. You tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They hand this off to Harris. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll run. Here's Harris. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw here, Herbert.
And that is incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. The incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Third down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. He's going to sling this deep downfield.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. And this will be taken at the 13. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll be out right at the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organic.
There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Giants use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th.
Well, at this stage in the 4th, I thought they might work it down the field a little differently, but they go where the run, hole opens up, and he's gone.
Well, we mind melding there because you're thinking differently, meaning throwing the ball, right? I'm with you. With that time on the clock, I thought the ball would be in the air on just about every play. And they came back and got him with a surprise because I think the defense was planning for that as well. That took some fortitude as a play caller. Give him high marks for making it happen.
Now it's Herbert. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Pickett to throw. He's got Pickens complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Here's Pickett.
He finds his man, complete. It's Bishop. And some room to roam now. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally. 2 important parts to that play. 1, you get a first down, obviously. Charles, 2, managed to get out of bounds.
Love the way you dissected that, but he threw it in the middle of the field. So they picked up the first down, but he had to work his way to the sideline to stop the clock. What a great effort.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Looking to throw here, Pickett. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now Pickett. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They're going to pass here with Herbert. Trying to lay one up deep. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. You and I have seen a lot of special comebacks. This one, pretty much unbelievable. Roaring all the way back from that huge deficit, now in the driver's seat.
Take the numbers out of it. It seemed insurmountable. It seemed monumental, like no chance you could get that done. But they did. Let's go back to the 92 NFL season, 93 playoffs. Houston, Buffalo, and Buffalo. Houston with a monster lead, and here come the Bills all the way back to win it.
Led by Frank Reich, correct?
Yes, Frank Reich was the quarterback. He had done it in college a few times. He did it in the pros with the Bills. How old were you then?
I was 10. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. And the Giants have it, it's picked up. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
This offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.